Hello, Divas. Welcome to Diva Wears at Last podcast. I'm your host, Dildar. Today's episode is a very, very special one because I have entered a new decade. I am 30 years old sitting here today talking to you. I've turned 30 for 3 days now. I still am getting used to telling people I'm 30 years old. I mean, you don't have to tell anyone, but I was at dentist today and my dentist was asking me, how old are you? And I literally stuttered. And then I took a deep breath, told him I'm 30. And then the second I said it, I feel this like tingle through my body. I'm 30. I am 30. And I'm now telling people I'm 30. I'm in little disbelief. It feels kind of amazing, I'm not gonna lie. Once it arrives, it's kind of exciting. Now I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm 30, you know? If you had a Kevin Hart reaction saying, oh damn, that's old in your heart, you just wait. That day is gonna come. Because I know when I was 18, and if someone told me they're 30, in my head, they're so old to me. And now that I'm 30, that's insane. That's an insane behavior, insane thought to think that anyone in their 30s is old. Because we are not. And we are just figuring out life. I think 30 is such a milestone birthday. I want to give myself the birthday gift to actually do something I always want to do. On my 30th birthday, I wanted to really do this for me, to launch this business, this online course business. It's not just a business, it's super, super meaningful too, to be able to teach my language to anyone who wants to learn. When I had that idea, I was so happy, even if like a couple people signed up and we have a class together. But right now, more and more people are signing up. So I think I'm still on adrenaline high right now because ever since I launched the website, I've been nonstop busy with like customer service and marketing the course. Furthermore, and all the business side of things that I don't want to get into because this episode is not about that. But that's how I spend my birthday. Like a true Capricorn fashion, I worked. I launched a business. So I think it's an amazing birthday gift to self. I feel incredibly fulfilled and proud of myself for that. So now let's get a little deep, serious, and sentimental. I want to talk to you heart to heart about how it feels to turn 30. I took some time to journal, to say goodbye to my 20s. So let me read you my journal entry describing to you how it feels exactly entering this new decade of 30s. Dreams and ambitions. In your 20s, you float in the clouds, dreaming impatiently, unsure where to land or how to fly closer to your aspirations. You are whipped by ambition while lost in the midst of not knowing yourself. Entering your 30s, you're grounded in your path. Your life's mission and purpose feel clear as day. You're tired of endless dreaming and waste no time executing the vision of a life you know you deserve. You understand the road ahead is long and treacherous, yet you are neither fazed nor afraid. You have learned that you always figure out how to do hard things. With each steady, unwavering step, a quiet thrill runs through you. How good it feels to simply be on a path that is right. This is the decade to make things happen. I'm not done yet. Sexuality and self-worth. In your early 20s, you naively believe that being attractive and attracting the male gaze is an essential part of who you are. You would never admit it, but subconsciously it becomes the foundation of your worth. Seeking validation from men who offer no respect for you, your time, or your body turns into a full-time job consuming every neuron of your mind. Until one day, the pain becomes too visceral for your body and soul to carry. Your whole being bursts screaming inside out and jolts you awake to see yourself abandoned. From that moment on, you have no choice but to begin the slow work of finding and loving yourself again. Starting with your breath that keep you alive. Brick by brick, you rebuild your self-worth on bold, integral decisions, on kind, intentional words, on the meaningful connections you learn to nourish instead. Entering your 30s, you're free, unburdened by the need for external validations, because you sustain more than enough for yourself. You protect your peace, energy, time as if your life depends on it, because it does. Your favorite word is no to anything, anyone that offers less than what you deserve. You wear who you are effortlessly. On love. In your 20s, you longed for a whirlwind romance like the movies you watched. After trial and error, a few wolves in sheep's skin, you finally stumble into love. The tragedy is that you don't recognize it. You only know wolves, so you see another wolf and torture it apart, only to discover too late that this time it was a sheep wearing wolf skin all along. The sheep is dead. You mourn and mourn the love you didn't know you had. At the end of your tears, you recognize how kind, quiet, and ordinary a great love can be. Entering your 30s, you're healed, grateful, and ready for love. You know love is a verb, something that exists everywhere all at once, around you and within you. So you are never in a rush to chase its mirage. When it arrives, however, whenever, wherever it does, you know. On family. In your 20s, you want to run as far from home as possible, desperate to break free from your parents' cage. You fly halfway across the world, irritated by your mother's phone calls, convinced your parents will never understand or accept the real you. So you lie again and again until they no longer know who you truly are. All the while, you hypocritically conform to all their expectations, working the job they approve of, living a life only they ask of you. Entering your 30s, with oceans between you, the impending realization hits that the number of times you will see your parents for the rest of your lives is countable. You choose honesty even when it is painful for them to perceive. You do whatever it takes to rebuild your relationships on truth, on as many new memories with your parents as possible. Suddenly, your parents become both your children and your most privileged responsibility. Bars. Not to toot my own horn. Do you guys like that? I feel like I did a great job writing that. I mean, I was just like so emotional, I was letting it flow. I feel like this journal entry summarized all my complex feeling in such a succinct, poetic way. I think I should just leave it as that. Now you know how it feels. Hi Divas, quick little break from the episode so I can let you know beginner Uyghur language course is fully open for enrollment. You can go sign up right now on 1001nightsoflessons.com. It is an 8 weeks long beginner speaking focused course that I've designed for you. A little bit of language, a little bit of culture, lots of time to practice and interact with the community together. It will be so much fun and I can't wait for our Uyghur cultural journey together. The class will officially begin on March 14th onwards. Every week we'll meet over Zoom. I can't wait to see you in class. Now, back to the episode. Let's get into a little lighter stuff. Here is my 30 things I want to do in my 30s bucket list. I organized these lists from a few different areas of life, actually. There's a lot of experiences that I want to have and life milestones I want to hit, skill sets that I want to learn and master, and some career goals. So a little bit of everything. You will see like some things are really easy to achieve from this list that I can see myself doing and crossing it off next year immediately. I just need to plan it and do it. But the idea of just looking forward to that thing makes life more exciting. There's some materialistic things, not gonna lie, I'm a material girl. And keep in mind, some of the things might seem very, very ambitious, but this is 10 years of my life. Hopefully, I will live a full, great life by the time I'm 40 and do all the things I want to do. A girl can dream big. I'm also really, really open to editing this list every year into my 30s because some things might not be really resonating with me anymore. This is just my current list that I'm starting off with. But if you hear a few fun things from there, feel free to jog it down and take it away, add it to your bucket list to do before you die or in your 20s, 30s, 40s, whichever. I'm gonna probably like blow through them because the list is quite self-explanatory, okay? For experiences I want to have, I want to go to Disneyland. I've never been to Disneyland. This is so sad because when I was in a relationship, I never had a chance to go. And then now I'm single, I'm just like, this is just the one place that I cannot get myself to go alone. I have no problem going alone to anywhere in this world. But I feel like Disneyland is a place that you need to save with your loved ones, whether romantic or your family or your friends. So I never really quite had a chance to do that. Next, I want to attend a wellness retreat either in Bali, India for 2 weeks, like intensive spiritual, meditative, yoga, wellness retreat. Yoga is a big part of my life. I practice yoga actively still till this day. And it's just something that I love to do, and you get to truly unplug. I can never have enough of that. Next experience I want to have in my 30s is to spend New Year's Eve in Rio de Janeiro. So actually, I know when this is going to happen. This is going to happen in 2027 with two of my best friends from New York. We've already pinky promised each other. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. And we've been sending each other reels and videos of Rio all the time to get ourselves excited. And there's a whole year until that time. And I can't wait already. There's a lot of travel in this experience session, I'm noticing. The next thing I want to do is to see the pyramids. I feel like as a human being, before you die, you need to see the 7 wonders of the world, right? I don't need to see all 7 wonders, but I'm really particularly intrigued by the pyramids. I just need to go check it out. So how I build my bucket list is if I see something really cool in my life and got an idea, I will open my notes app and add it into my bucket list for my 30s. So that's how this whole list is built. But I'm not quite sure about this next one already. The next one is cliff jumping in Italy. I don't even know how to swim in the ocean, but I just think it's so free and cool. Number 6, I promise myself I will make this happen, is to take a Central Asia tour, to go all around Central Asia, a cultural immersive tour. And I think I'll learn so much about the Silk Road, about my own culture, on this trip as well. From Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, it will be so epic. The next list is going to my favorite festivals. For now, my favorite festival are Coachella and Doha Film Festival, just because the artists who perform there, the type of music is really my vibe. So I think it would be really cool to attend that. And then go to my favorite concerts. Lady Gaga, Cat's Eye, Hans Zimmer are my top 3 concerts I want to attend right now. Next, I'm hoping to check off the list this year is walk all of Manhattan. And I'm doing it with my best friend. It will be so fun. We will walk and talk, catch up on life, just really enjoy the essence of New York, grab coffee, take breaks, grab matcha, grab pastry. Now, the next experience is a little materialistic, is to fly first class, specifically Emirate first class, because it looks amazing. For now, I cannot, but hopefully at some point in this decade, I'll be able to just experience it. Next, I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen, but I want to make it happen, is to sit front row at fashion shows. I love fashion. I love the fashion weeks. I follow and watch and listen to all the fashion weeks news and podcasts and vlogs. I want to be able to attend one of these shows, whether it's New York, Paris, London, Milan Fashion Week. We've gone through some materialistic one. Now it's the vain one. I want to go on a red carpet. I want to have my own red carpet moment. I don't know what kind of red carpet, but I want to be on a red carpet. And I don't know how that's going to happen, but maybe a +1. No, let's not be pessimistic. Who knows what will happen in life? 10 years, anything could happen. Last one, attend the World Cup for the hot soccer players, not for the game. But I do also love watching the World Cup in general. That is the only sport I can get behind, and figure skating. So I would love to go to Winter Olympics and watch figure skating too. I should add that to my list right now. So these are the fun experiences I want to have. Yes, I dream of a big life. Sue me. Let's move on into the list. We've gone through 13 of the list already, and next section is life milestones. I have 7 things listed in there. Number 1, it's the most important one, is to get a dog. I dream of having a dog in my 30s, maybe in my mid 30s when I'm not traveling around and have the financial capability, flexibility to really spoil the hell out of my dog. And I will be the best dog mom ever because I'm already the best dog stranger to all the dogs I meet on the streets. Next is reunite with my family in the same city and live with my family in the same city together. Because I've spent my whole 10 years, as I mentioned earlier when I talked about my feelings on the family sector, not being with my family and actually deliberately running away from them. But now I'm ready. I want my family with me because I realize in life like what's important, and you hit that stage, like kind of realizing how short this life is to enjoy together, you know? And next, it's kind of out of my control, but a girl can hope to fall in love again. At least I'm ready. I'll say that. Next is a crazy thought that I just recently added to the list. I want to move to New York City. I literally just moved to Seattle 2 years ago. But hey, this is my bucket list for 10 years, a whole decade. So at some point, I want to move back to New York City, live with my best friends. We talked about this too. I mean, they really influence a lot of my decisions here. But I think like that's the Sex in the City moment. That is the friends moment. But also just I'm realizing how much connections and opportunity and vibrancy a big city has. I'm addicted to rebuilding my life from scratch, and I'm good at it. So next life milestone is to get in the best shape of my life ever. 30s is the decade to do it. Before my mid 20s, I lived like I would never die. And then I had a mini health scare that woke me up to like, oh my God, I need to take care of myself. I went on this like crazy wellness and health journey. I was at my fittest, eating habit wise, my physique and everything. And I maintained that for 3 years. And my late 20s, I revert back a little bit to equilibrium. I want to create a new forever equilibrium, starting from this love and desire to love myself and take care of myself. And that's, I think, number 1 of being healthy, is that you have to want to do it. You have to respect yourself enough, love yourself enough to give back to this body that is sustaining you. And once you fix that relationship with yourself like that, then you can introduce discipline, consistency, knowledge, and joy. I talk like I'm an expert of this. I'm not. That's what I think what I need to do to get there. Next experience I have is take annual trip with my family, putting them really, really on the top of my priority here, in case you couldn't tell. Some skill sets I want to have, and this list is going to expand. But for now, I want to learn how to swim in open water so I can cliff jump in Italy. Next, learn a new language. One of my hobbies is ice skating, so I wrote down here to get better at ice skating. Next skill set is extremely, extremely crucial. Personal finance. Be financially savvy, financially literate. And the next skill and the last skill I wrote here is to master traditional Uyghur dancing. I'm an Uyghur girl and dancing is in my bone. When my parents have guests in the house, I was that kid that was told to put on a performance. You feel so alive and you feel so connected to your culture and people through the dance career. A couple bucket list item. Number 1, eventually be my own boss and work for myself. Create legacy brands that make impact in their communities. To me, I feel like Diva Wears Atlas is the podcast brand for that purpose. And 1001 Nights of Lessons teaching Uyghur language is also another brand that is super meaningful. However, it's nowhere near legacy brands yet. So I want to really up-level these brands. Once you learn how to create one business, I think that muscle, that system you learn can be copy-paste to so many other things, and it just get easier and easier. I can see how that could happen. Next, I wrote down gain financial freedom. Freedom is all we ask for, isn't it? In this capitalistic society, when we sell our time in exchange for money and then we realize, did we even live? Everyone knows that. And hopefully 30s is the decade that I can achieve this. Is that too much pressure on myself? I better take care of myself and health, like I said, so I can do all of these things. Next, I'm reading this right now and I'm just like, who wrote that? But it's in the list, so let me just tell you. Star in a movie. Well, that makes sense. The red carpet and everything, it's coming together. Maybe that's how I go to the red carpet. The last item in the list, I would like to publish a book. I don't know what this book is yet, but I know I have a book in me. And I want to write and I want to publish a book one day. And hopefully it is my 30s. Wow, that's a lot of things to do. Okay, that's my bucket list. What do you think? Do we have some things in common? Do you want to do any of the things I mentioned? Can you please comment and let me know wherever you're watching or listening to the podcast? And if you take away anything from this episode, I just hope you go out there and live the best life that you want for yourself. It is in the middle of the night, so I might be a little delirious at some point of the episode. I hope it's a good, cohesive episode. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to follow Diva Wears Atlas podcast wherever you listen or watch the podcast on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. And leave a 5-star review on Spotify. That's how more people can discover the podcast. And you can always connect with me on socials. My personal social media at Dildar Abdu dash on Instagram, at Dildar Abdu TikTok, podcast social at Diva Wears Atlas everywhere. Lastly, if you want to learn Uyghur language with me this March 2026, grab a seat in class on 101nightsoflessons.com. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.